Even. What's up? Hello. How goes it? Oh, there's a blur. Like blur. We have a nice little blue in the background. But I never change them. Liar, cheats, and hypocrites. Not that type worth saving. Got you. I honestly need this one, like, just there. Got you. Got some coffee? And this is, well, thank you, Shayla. Mountains are degenerates, but I'd never change them. Um, Hi. Sorry. It's been a Wednesday. Been a Wednesday for sure. Tell me about your Wednesdays. What'd you eat? Anything cool happen whilst I'm doing some warming up of my brain? Apparently. Pasta salad for dinner. Weather sucks. Weather. Did you say it? Like, were you having hail or what? What kind of coffee? Or because it's a white coffee, apparently. Came in a little, it's like instant coffee, came in a little packet thing. Obviously not ideal. Usually go fresh brew, but there's an ad. There's an ad. We're waiting for we're waiting for them to run that ad, which is just super fun. But now I have the tracker up so I can see. Yeah. Yeah, so. Weather sucks, tornado warning. Okay, so I live in Utah, and the last time we had a tornado was a long time ago. We live in like a bowl, right? So tornadoes very rarely touch ground, like have the chance to touch the ground. So an 88 ad, yeah. Get them every year? Tornadoes? I used to get them every year when I lived in Colorado. We'd just get them all the time, and you'd have those crazy sirens, right? Yeah. Because we lived out of in the middle of butt frick nowhere, you know? Sorry. I'm handling. My goodness. All right. I think we should be good. That's fine. That's fine. All right. We'll be here. You need to have siren. Why don't you have sirens? All right, for folk, if I'll give it a little longer for people to roll in before I explain what you know you don't. It sounds like your government cares. Lots. It's actually really good because it comes with like the creamer mixed in, right? And for instant coffee, it's damn good. And it's hitting the spot. We're about to get some zoomies. Yeah, about like this big, right? Came in a yellow packet, and it was Asian. Came from a market. I can't remember. I don't know what it is. My coworker gave me a bunch of them. Super good. Super good. Uh, they're a bit sweet. Yeah, I noticed that a little bit because they have that syrup in there, I think. They're a bit sweet. What kind of pizza did you get? You said you had pizza, but what kind? Just pepperoni? Is that like the popular, right? Is that the go-to? That's what everybody eats. The neutral pizza, right? Cheese or pepperoni? Um, one of the companies does like six cheese pizza, right? And I like that because it's got like some garlic sort of mixed in with the cheese. I think it might be Tombstone or Red Baron, one of the two. Super good. Man, I woke up early today, right? And I went into work. How's the sound balance, by the way? I think I got it nailed down, but that was good to double check. If the music's too loud, I can adjust. Yada yada. But I woke up early And I think I woke up like an hour early, and then I sat there for like a second being like, well, I can't really get into any game. You too. Get that get that butte installed. What? Oh, okay. I don't remember saying something like that, but I must have said something similar. Maybe I know I probably said but, right? And maybe it was separated, and I might have said fuck at some point, right? So like maybe it just linked together, you know? Did a little linkage there. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I did say frick, the trademark frick. I said butt frick nowhere, right? So, which sounds close to fuck, but frick is not fuck. Although it kind of is, right? It just takes the replacement of it. Anyways, you're good. You're good. Swear jar needs to be a thing. Can't put me in a box. All right, what? Um, not immediately. Not immediately, Shayla. I don't immediately get that reference. I don't watch a lot of media, so if it is from something that you watch, then there's a good chance I won't know it. I play a lot of games, and I do this, and I play music. Who is Bradley, and what is it in reference to? I have to know now. Pray tell. TV show called Stickin' Around. Please tell. This lady with her unrealistic expectations. A country apart, probably over a decade. An obscure show from long ago. Do you get the reference? Please tell me. Cartoon of stick people. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. It might be a Canadian thing. That's what it is. Clearly. What is this link? What's this link you're sending in the chat? And let me have what's left. I know that I can find the fire in your... Not yet. I haven't been playing guitar enough lately for it to be music time quite yet. But one day I will get there. I mean, I've been playing historically a lot, but not where I'm confident enough yet to be doing that. Especially because I want to be singing with that, so. I know. Big rip. There we go. I'm just noodling on the guitar to keep my hands busy. Wait, where is this? And let me have what's left. I know that I can find the fire in your eyes. You take the breath right out of me. You left a hole where my heart should be. You gotta fight just to make it through. 'Cause I will be the death of you. I'm leaving, I'm fading, realize, start fighting. And if everybody wasn't sleeping right now, I would have scooted back to like belt out, right? Because I will be the death of you. I love Breaking Benjamin. Oh my god. What a throwback. Da, 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 da. My way out of this one. For anyone who will lie down. Trying to finish my coffee before it gets cold. I keep telling myself, I'm not the only one. Oh. Sitting out dances in the wall. Going home alone. Sitting out dances on the wall. Too well on my own. Don't dim your sparkle or whatever. It's the thinking that I don't know. Episode. I just need a stronger dose. Keep telling myself I'm not the desperate type. Sitting out dances on the wall. Trying to forget everything it isn't you. I'm not going home alone. 'Cause I don't do too well. Sitting out dances on the wall. You can't use my own words against me. 'Cause I don't do too well on my own. Da 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 do 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 do. What? 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 Do-do-do, do-do-do. I keep telling myself, oh, happy freaking Caps Lock Day. I'm not the desperate type, sitting out dancers on the wall. Wow, 2005 off of the album From Under the Cork Tree. And if you read through the gaps there, it's fucked. No, next song, you go to the next song. Cool, it's a good song. We're gonna stay here. This is where we live now. Anyways, today we're finding out about the 27 Club. Now, I was not familiar with this, but it was brought to my attention of something to talk about.
The first time that Morgan Freeman saw himself crying in the mirror, he became old, and he remained that way his whole life. From then on, every time that Morgan Freeman cried, it rained. In heaven. When Morgan Freeman makes a documentary film, he narrates it first, and then nature makes it so. The only reason that the sun rises each day is because Morgan Freeman narrated that sunrise in his dreams the night before. The only reason that you're alive right now is because Morgan Freeman is narrating your life, as he does for billions and billions of others, each day. And when you have a bout of diarrhea, Morgan Freeman narrates it so that you appear noble, at the mercy of nature, and the taco. Morgan Freeman goes through 4 or 5 microphones a day because his voice turns them into bars of gold, which he uses to fund his quest to create a real Santa Claus.
Thank you very much for the Morgan Freeman. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Yeah, it was Christopher Walken, Joe Dad. Cherry, I keep telling you, you gotta replace the router. You kick the piece of crap out of your house, and hopefully you have better internet connectivity. Always wanna go, but you never wanna stay. We are the ones that wanna choose. Always wanna play, but you never wanna lose. Bum, bum, bum. So today we're talking about, wow, the 27 Club. That's something that was brought to my attention I didn't know about. But this is you could go do it now, but you'd have to go then. But what will you make up in time, right? What will you make up in time? That's the question. By replacing it now. Do you know what I'm saying? Depending how long unboxing takes. Oh. I'm gonna need you to do an unboxing video of that router. 27. No. 27 Club. Which is what every musician who died at age 27. It's some sort of curse. Look, we're going to find out together. That's the important part. We're going to find out. Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain. Right. Those people of the things that I had no idea were all age 27. We're going to see who was, and I'm going to learn out what the heck it is. So, but why? And why didn't I know about this? I must live under a rock. All right, system down. Let's go. Nope, not that one. There's one of Kurt's friends. Too many rocks. It's all right. Yeah, we're surrounded by rocks, really. Mountains everywhere, right? Just mountain chain to the west, mountain chain to the east. North and south, there's probably rocks somewhere along the way. When this began.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
I'm not a Krusty Krab.
You know, Mikey, how's it going? What I thought was never real. I want to find you on the pain I felt so long. So, we're doing the 27 Club today, Mikey. I'm finding out about it. And if you don't know about it, you'll learn with me. We're going to learn together. Somewhere I belong.
Coffee.
Which is now finished. I had some white coffee. Yeah, the 27 Club, Mikey. You couldn't see my hand before, but I'm gesturing. I'm gesturing? Thought was never real. I want to let you on the pain I felt so long. I like iced coffee. I don't like lukewarm coffee. It's like creamer and instant coffee, and it's like in this packet, and it's weird, but it's really good. Myself until I do this on my own, and I will never feel anything else until my wounds are healed. I will take away anything till I break away from thee. I will break away. I'll find myself today. I wanna hear. It's the international aisles at our grocery stores. In the international aisles. Uh-huh. Hold, please. Nope. Nope. There we go. It's tasty though, Mikey. Very tasty. Oh, schnapps. You don't drink much coffee? I'm trying not to drink as much. This is the first coffee I've had in 3 days. But I used to drink like 4 or 5 cups a day. And drink an energy drink onto it. Like being broken. I know that life ain't fair. You're the only one who cares. Yeah, if our pain is shared, you know it's yours I'm holding. 'Cause if it's mine to bear, not afraid to be repaired. 'Cause I'm dreading in your water. And I don't want to, but I got it, yeah. You know I like it when I'm drowning. But it's all I count on. Into the dark. Trying not to lose myself when I go too far. I need the sunrise in the dawn. Show me what the world is running from lately. Um, I lost my brain. My brain thought. Gasp hurts your soul. I think he'd be okay. Mon Dieu. Mon Dieu. Sunrise in the dawn. Lately. Ad starts in 56 seconds. Okay, that's what I was going to say. So, roughly about 10:30, 10:45, I will, I'm on to you. I will start on our voyage into the 27 Club. And we'll find all the music guys and gals who passed before their time. Really super tragic. You never know when death can hit you. Yeah, if you're not careful, migraines are a beast upon their own. Yeah, but then what's the point, Cherry? What's the point? Decaf. There's an ad. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna do the ad dance. I hope it's running ads. Dance, fucker, dance. It was really only you. What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the point of decaf? There's no caffeine. Why would you have coffee if there's no caffeine? Just have hot chocolate or like, I don't know, apple cider or whatever. Hot apple cider. Mike can still see you dancing. Cool. Lightning in the eyes. Warms the soul. Man. Man. Yeah. Decaf. Dun 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 dun. Nice work you did. You're gonna go far, kid. With 1,000 eyes and a good disguise. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Nothing good to say. See the lightning in their eyes. See them running for their lives. Fucker dance. You never had a chance. No one really knew. It was really only you. So dance, fucker, dance. Never had a chance. Thousand lies and a good disguise. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Let's see if I can replicate that. Welcome back. For their lives. Wow. Nope. Next song. No. Blink 182. So without you, really wish I hated you. A little numb, maybe I can't feel it all. Blink 182 went on tour, and the tickets were so expensive here. It's ludicrous because they had was it Mark? Or no, it was Tom. I think it was Tom. Yeah. Tom and Mark reunited, right? They reunited and they decided they needed to charge a lot of money for that. Big bummer. Mikey. I've been live for 40 minutes already. Insane. Time flies. Yeah, really dig Blink. Last time they came here was, I think, over 10 years ago. Well, last time I saw them was over 10 years ago, right? When they came here with My Chemical Romance and a few other bands, I believe. All right, Blink. I'm not really feeling that one right now. Or that one. No, that's a bit sad. Although, yeah, sure, why not? Let's do that one. And it all would be enough. You find your way and still be lost. I read songs about being someone else. They say fuck the world, but not I need help. Everybody tells me it's alright. Everybody tells me I'll be fine. Everything is not oh fucking K. Oh, but they can't tell me why. Put the picture on the shelf, leave the memory behind. But the truth is I can't say goodbye. So I made friends with all my demons, let them sink their teeth in. Got used to the feeling of letting it go. So give me something to believe in, or throw me in the deep end. It all feels the same with your eyes closed. So you can throw me in the deep end. Deep end, deep end, deep end. The same old path again, from where I'm at to where I've been. I drift away and you pull me in, but the waves are deep and I'm wearing thin. I caught myself in a lie. Guess I'm just calling to say you were right. I carry the weight of the world in my head and it keeps me up at night. And everybody tells me it's alright. Everybody tells me I'll be fine. Everything is not oh fucking K. Out of all the times that I've tried, air is thin and I'm going to wind. Each eat mountain left I climb. But the truth is I can't say goodbye. Friends with all my demons, let them sink their teeth in. Got used to the feeling of letting it go. Give me something to believe in, or throw me in the deep end.
Alright, now, mommy play button.
I made friends with all of them, Cherry. Deep end. Deep end. Deep end. I do. Larry, we're roommates, remember? I feel like he's arguably a demon. He's demon adjacent. Maybe 20 quadrillion dollars. Of letting it go. Throw me in the deep end. It all feels the same with your eyes closed. So you can throw me in the deep end. Deep end. Deep end. Deep end. Once they let me in. So I found that, Mikey. I found that in I researched the origin of the crazy poem. 27 is a number, yes, and is the number that represents a 27 club, which I don't know. Well, you tuned into kind of like a carpool karaoke sort of stream. We'll just call it that. I could get the stripped versions of the songs, but nobody wants to listen to that. Fluffy, how the heck are you? And how have you been? And what did you have for dinner? Because dang it, I need to live vicariously through you. And I had beef ravioli with a garlic butter sauce. No, quiet all time low. I'm not feeling it right now. Oh God, not this song. Next. Wow, I haven't heard Daughtry in forever. Nope, too heavy. So he's giving it dumpster fire energy, but you had Panda Express. Talk about a dumpster fire. I'm just kidding. Panda's really good. Although I haven't been able to eat Panda, like their orange chicken, in forever, because every time I eat it, it makes me sick. So really, I'm just jealous. All right. Let us find a different... Here. We'll play that one. Nope. Nope. No. Also no. I have orange chicken. It wasn't bad. Your food sounded better though. Oh, the... Yes, Sheila, you can. If you just let me know the name and artist, I will pull it up. But yeah, if you have requests for a song you want to listen to while we kind of hang out or whatever, shoot me the name of the artist and song, and I'll cue it up. And if it's one I know, maybe I'll sing along. Hence my namesake. Also, yeah. So Cherry told me about this 27 Club, which is apparently a lot of musicians that died at the age of 27. Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain. I had no idea this existed, so I was going to look into this a little bit more after hanging out for a little bit. But yeah, that's why the 27. Do I need to talk with my hands? Absolutely not. No. Skull and Bones by Humphrey. I think I sounds familiar. We'll cue that up when we'll cue it up next, Shayla. Cut off, so get lost. See you again. Get lost. All right, it's queued up. 27 dresses. Wow. Wow. I don't know what I would. I mean, I guess I could find. Huh. My soul left your cover of last resort. So no, but I've heard that song, Fluffy, and I heard he went a different way with it. And also We Didn't Start a Fire, I think it was, by Fall Out Boy. I really liked that one. And it's like both came out on like the same day, so it's a little bit weird. But I'll cue that song up next. Game called Really? I haven't heard about that game in any positive light. I think I actually saw them perform maybe this song on the Ubisoft thing. I don't know if I actually listened to it, but yeah. So next we should have that song, and then after that we're gonna pull up that Falling in Reverse song because I want to listen to it. It's crazy that we're now to a point where Papa Roach is being reimagined. Makes me feel a little bit old. If I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so they had a live performance of this at their conference on the stage, I believe. And to their credit, find all my music on TikTok. No, you find all your music on TikTok. Yeah, see, that's hard for me because I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could spend enough time on TikTok or pay attention enough for that, right? That's fair, right? That's fair. Yeah, TikTok is ubiquitous with like discovery of pretty much any content. Undiscovered talents on there, and line on country and bad bitch singer TikTok. It's funny how it like really nails in what you're into and just feeds you more and more of that, right? Once it finds it. Yo ho. Yo ho, yo ho. I like me a swashbuckling time. Apparently, not on a ton though. Look at all. The interesting thing is, I'll pop on right because, like, as a streamer, you kind of have to be a content creator. You kind of have to be at least a little bit in the know with some of this stuff, right? Evo. Sorry, I was getting my pirate on. Hey, thank you for the sub. What is going on with my alerts? It should have been going off. And maybe it's not linked to something, so I have to look. Give me 1 second, and I will play you the dang alert. I'll play you the alert because you deserve an alert. Thank you so much for the sub. Gifted subbed to Shayla. Very much appreciated. Makes seems a little bit. I'm not. Yeah. See, that's where I was like, okay. I thought it was a little bit low. Thank you. I appreciate that. Pretzel. Oh, that would be why. We're gonna put it at negative 15. And so hopefully it's a little bit better. Let me know if it's coming through easier. I'm a smidge loud. I'm a smidge loud. Okay. Still. Should be better. Now you guys are a little bit behind, so. Somebody would tell me I'm fine. That is. Hold up, barbecue letter. Not for my brother. It's an interesting take on it because, like, it's like a ballad kind of style, right? Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. I like what he brings to it for sure. Yeah, I think you're onto something there, Fluffy, because it does, yeah, it does hit different now that like you've got everything else that came between when Papa Roach came out, right? With that song. I think if it fits, if they can make it work for the song in this case, because it's never going to replace the original, right? But yeah, Yeah, I'm kind of in that same spot, so I think it could be cathartic, right, for stuff right now. So I am enjoying the new Falling in Reverse songs that have been released. Um you hadn't heard the full song yet. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I am all right. So I've heard a bunch of songs listening to it. It's like it's not a bad phase to be in. I think a lot of us kind of went through that if you're around my age, right? Plus, it's kind of having a resurgence the last couple of years. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna check why my alerts. Where is that? It's up in that dashboard. That's probably gonna freeze this for a second. I don't know why that does that. Let's put this over here. What in the heck? Um, um, well, I'm 32, Fluffy. You don't have to tell me what age you are, but I don't know. Okay, so is that right? So there's one for when people do it, but there's not. I really thought there was one for gifted. Interesting. There's one for follows. There's one for that. Huh. 34 in August. I did them. August. August is my birthday month too, Fluffy. Agreed. Agreed, Fluffy. In both regards. I thought I had. Love me some Black Bear. Front door shut and. So you shut the front door. Gotcha. Okay, so I was mistaken, Cherry. But I will thank you for the gifted sub personally. I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo. Yeah. What makes you think? What would have made you guess Leo, though, Fluffy? I'm curious now. Let's go back. What's this song? Oh, God. Okay. No. I don't want to talk about. Lots of people hate Scorpio. I don't want to talk about. It's do or die. Like, you got me figured out. I see, I see. You know better. Please don't make this last forever. The voices in my head keep on telling me I'm Scorpios are a vibe. I'm sure. What's in my head keep telling me it's advice. The voices in my head keep telling me I'm unsound. Please don't make this last forever. The voices in my head keep telling me I'm here. I'm an over emotional wreck as a Cancer. Hmm. 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 Next. Next. And everything is fucked and I cannot be saved. Maybe that's because I'm on the Y. Indulge me for a second. Tell me that you hate me and I tell you that I fucking love it. Tell me you save me and I tell you that you're saving nothing. I feel like I'm alone now. There's a bunch of Cancers over here. Then you don't know me. If you don't know the devil, then you don't know me. Mm, mm. So 2 Cancers and a Scorpio. Taurus. Mike is a Taurus. Does anyone believe in that stuff? I don't know. I don't really dig into the whole astrology thing personally. Oh, different verse. I am the one. I have much to talk about. Taurus is a good one too. Taurus is. I don't even pretend to know what months those are, to be honest with you. May or may not have a ton of tarot cards. Hey, whatever works for you and whatever you're into and whatever makes you happy, I support. I I think there is some credence to energies in some way. Tarot cards I've never really looked too far into, so I can't speak on that part. April 22nd. I'm Augusto 12 myself. What it takes. You might think it's something spiritual, but I'm betting on the right here, right now. To hell with all the someday, somehow. I'm waiting for long. I've waited long enough. Cards in like over a year though. Energy is real. Paranormal shit stalks you. You got latchkeys, Fluffy? You might think it's something spiritual, but I don't need a fucking miracle. Hey. Miracle. Can you not be 30 on Saturday? Can I not be 33 in August? That would be great. You better be having a Bad Batch 30th celebration photos because I'm pissed I didn't. I didn't have the dirty 30 for numerous reasons. But a lot of it was because the pandemic was kind of in full kick. Someday, somehow. You might think it's something spiritual, but I don't need a fucking miracle. 30th was a real bad day. Oh no. My will is over. No, just the photo shoot energy can totally be done solo, which flies by and it's rude. All right, all right. No, too much right now. Too much. Listen up, there's not a moment to spare. It's quite a drop from the top, so how you feeling down there? It's a cold, cruel, harsh reality. Caught, stuck here with your enemies. Who do you think you are? Tearing us all apart. 20 to 1. Yeah, so you better run. This song gets stuck in my head so fucking much. You are more. You hate your birthdays or prefer selling other people's birthdays? What is this trend of people just like eschewing their own birthdays for other people's? No, don't get me nothing. I'm an adult, which means I don't have anything. I don't need anything. It's my birthday, but get me nothing. Don't even look at me on my birthday. Please. Where did you think you could go? Because everyone already knows. It's 20 to 1. You want more. You want more. But enemies. Enemies. It's when you get older, but also not Leo energy. There's tons of inspiration on Pinterest, and it's such a mood. It was my plan in life of different plans. Oh, I don't have Leo energy at all. Not I. Because everyone already knows. It's 20 to 1. Is Scorpio energy resting bee fate? You want more. You taking all that you please, you want more. You're like the burden we bear, you love the hate that we share, you want more. You get nothing from me but enemies. Enemies! No, Point North. No thanks. No. No popular monster. Nope. Oh god. I don't. What is cancer to you? Well, to me, I plead the fifth, Cherry. First of all. And no, I don't think you do. Although you might, I don't know. I've seen pictures, but I don't know. I feel like in the pictures you're posing, so I don't know. You may or may not. You may or may not. You want to be selling dreams along the way. Yeah, good God, you're coming up with reasons. Good God, you're dragging it out. And good God, it's the changing of the seasons. I feel so follow me down. Oh, I know what Leos are known for. I'm just playing it up a little bit. Da 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 da. Can confirm her hair is red, Fluffy. I can fake with the best of anyone. I can fake with the best of them all. I can fake it all. I'm pretty sure he's a Leo, yeah. Good God, he's dragging it out. Called him out. Yeah, Cody is a Leo. To my knowledge. If you don't know me, I'm quite humble. You're such a fucking hypocrite. Fake it if you don't belong. You're such a fucking hypocrite. Good song. Good song. I'm a little bit off today. Something down inside me different. Woke up a little off today. I could tell that something's wrong. I'm a little thrown off today. There's something going on inside me. I'm a little bit off today. A little bit off today. I'm a little bit off today. I cannot put my finger on it. I got a little off today just to play that same old song. I don't really want to try today. I see the thing in my reflection. I'm a little bit dry today. I feel like I could die today. I was. And after this song, I will get to the 27 Club and we will see who is in there. As a fixed water sign, Scorpios are known for their loyalty and devotion and also their passion. In fact, they are known to have such intense personalities that they are often confused with vitamin fire signs. Alas, they just have deep feelings and emotions. So we're going to swap over after this one. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm a little bit puffed today, and I cannot tell you why. Got a really short fuse today, and everyone is fucking crazy. A little pissed off today. So little I'd lie today. I smiled and told someone I loved them. I had to say goodbye today to someone that I love. I couldn't even cry today. I think my heart is finally broken. Didn't need a reason why today. Don't need a reason why today. All right, Fluffy. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. Have a good night. Love your face. Sleep well. Appreciate you. Make sure to sing one in the car for me. Little bit hard today. All right, we're going to tone down the music a bit. We're going to leave it going. And we're now switching over to... All right, so from Rolling Stone, we have a brief history of the 27 Club. Now this, I hope, will help me. This will hopefully help me discern. God, these songs are too good. Yeah, I was thinking too. So we can see. One second. There we go. The 27 Club has become one of the most elusive and remarkably tragic coincidences in rock and roll history. The term became widely known as after Kurt Cobain's death in 1994, with rock fans connecting his age to that of Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, Brian Jones, and Jimi Hendrix. Those notable to fans in the early 1970s when those four visionaries died within just 2 years of each other. When Amy Winehouse passed away at age 27 in 2011, it attracted even more attention to the significance of the age. While the club is largely connected to musicians, it has expanded since, as many young actors and artists have lost their lives due to everything from addiction to suicide to freak accidents. Here are some of the unfortunate and untimely losses connected to the club. So, I guess this is just going to kind of cover it too. And we'll get the more comprehensive list on the other link. Robert Johnson, one of the Delta Blues' most celebrated and singular talents, Robert Johnson recorded chilling folkloric songs about hellhounds, the devil, and general despair amid swinging, dissonant, sometimes off-kilter guitar lines. Less than 50 songs, including one later covered by... So he did... I don't even recognize this one, but apparently he's pretty important. Just a few months after his 27th birthday, Johnson made moves on the wife of the owner of a roadhouse where he was playing, drank from an open bottle of whiskey he was offered, and died 3 days later of strychnine poisoning and pneumonia. He's buried in an unmarked grave in Mississippi. Crazy. That's crazy. Wait, just a few months after it? Yeah. Huh. Okay, so Brian Jones. I know Brian Jones. So, seems to be a result of his foolish behavior, his country home, to mix alcohol and drugs and then dive into the swimming pool, was to swim directly into the arms of death. As clear as this seems, the death of Brian Jones has become one of the most persistent mysteries of rock and roll. Many people questioning the official version of what happened. Even members of the Rolling Stones have expressed doubts. And still the mystery of his death hasn't been solved, Keith Richards said. I don't know what happened, but there was some nasty business going on. Seems a little suspicious. Rise Against, I can't have you right now. No. This is crazy. So like both of them died at 27. All right, now we're starting to get into a little more notable. Alan Wilson. Considerable artistic and commercial success, crowned by an appearance at Woodstock in 1969. But guitarist Blind Owl Wilson was a troubled man. Like many in the 27 Club, he was estranged from his family. He lacked confidence and suffered from depression. He was estranged from his family. One of his eccentric habits was sleeping outdoors, as he did at vocalist Bob Haitz's house in Los Angeles on the last night of his life. Wilson's body was found in Haitz's yard on September 3rd, 1970. His hands were crossed over his chest, and there was a bottle of the barbiturate Seconal by his side. Seconal? Cause of death was officially given as an accidental overdose of barbiturates, but drummer Fito de la Parra has said he believes Wilson committed RIP. Jimi Hendrix, another one. And all these people are 27. Is it just coincidence, or are people reading more into it, though? That's the question. But apparently it's not just these people. Friday, September 18th, 1970, while staying with a girlfriend in London, Jimmy took some sleeping pills. Nobody knows for sure how many pills he swallowed or whether he understood what he was taking. The drug was Vesperex, a strong barbiturate. Half a tablet was enough to put a man to sleep for 8 hours. Jesus. Jimmy may have swallowed as many as 9. He had also been drinking. This was foolish and reckless, but it was in character. During his years on the road, Jimmy had got into the habit of using drugs indiscriminately. Jimmy would take a handful of shit, not even knowing what it was, his friend Deeringhouse has said. But I'm glad I made it further. I'm glad you made it further too, Cherry. Janis Joplin. What's her story? Certainly easy to imagine Janis Joplin feeling lonely as she returned to her hotel room in Hollywood after her last recording session. As she sang in A Woman Left Lonely, one of the last songs she sang, she knew that her boyfriend was taking her for granted. At around 1 a.m., on October 4th, 1970, she got her heroin kit out and injected a vein into her arm. Then she went to the cigarette machine in the lobby, returning to her room with the pack. She closed the door, starting to dress, and reached to put her packet on the nightstand. As she did so, she keeled over, hitting her face on the table as she fell to the floor where she was found. Wow. Man, these are crazy. A lot of them have to do with like drug usage too. That's the thing. That's kind of like the common note I've seen so far. Jim Morrison. Uh, 27 link. So when Francis Ford Coppola used the ends, part of the cult of Jim was the coincidence of him dying at the same age as Brian, Jimmy, and Janis. The 27 link helped reinforce the idea that Jim had been special, that his death was fated, that there was something weird going on. The fact that Jim's girlfriend had died at the same age underlined the weirdness. Whoa. This legend was familiar to everybody with an interest in popular music by 1994 when Kurt Cobain decided to join the club. Yeah, apparently, right? 27s, just stay away from that. Ron McKernan, sensitive, somewhat unsightly character with a drinking problem. Drinking, here we go again. He got together with Jerry Garcia and Bob Weir in 1960 to form a jug band that developed into the Grateful Dead. All right. Pigpen started drinking when he was 12 and by his mid-20s had cirrhosis of the liver, ulcers, and other health problems. Pigpen was on his own at an apartment in Corte Madera, overlooking San Francisco Bay. When the end came on March 8th, 1973, he had been dead for up to 2 days when his landlady found him. So, so it's 27, right? Mid-20s. Okay, so he already had... God, this is weird. Stooges founding bassist Dave Alexander had the reputation of being a loose cannon before the group even came together. Stay with him. Yeah, right. Substances in general. But these guys seemed to already be on a trajectory, right? These guys and gals seem to be on a trajectory of bad habits and like arguably meeting that at just a very coincidental time, right? I wonder if I'm not gonna repeat that, Shayla. I'm not gonna repeat that. Oof, rough. That's a rough ripperoni. Oh my god. That was low hanging fruit, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I'm more disappointed that I didn't say it, you know. Jesus, if he's grateful to be dead. Back to Dave Alexander. Rush to get to type that out. Why? Get out of here. Get out of here. No. What is this playlist? Okay. Dropped out of high school of 45 minutes into his senior year to win a bet. He and Stooges guitarist Ron Ashton once traveled to England with the hopes of running into the Beatles. He also contributed several outside-the-box ideas to the group, such as Indian-inspired We Will Fall on their debut and clanging dirt rave upon the 1970s Funhouse. But when Alexander took too many downers before a festival appearance and couldn't play, a few days before Funhouse came out, frontman Iggy Pop fired him. He'd spend the rest of his life battling addictions and health issues, according to the book, The 27s. So there's a whole book. He began drinking so much that he developed pancreatitis. Sorry. And after going to the hospital where his lungs filled with fluid, died of pulmonary edema in February 1975. He was the catalyst for so much of the stooge, Ron once said. He was so ahead of his time. Huh. It was a good laugh. Yeah. Your Shine. I did not know that you own Shinedown. And also, I wouldn't have skipped this song because I like this song. After Kurt Cobain, the most notable confirmed oof is Peter Ham of Badfinger. One of the bands the Beatles signed to their Apple label in the 1960s. As is the case with suicides, Ham reached a point where dust seemed to be the only solution to his problems. He met bandmate Tom Evans in a pub near his home in England on the evening of April 24th, 1975, 3 days before his 28th birthday. So he didn't make it to 28. 3 days before. Told him, don't worry, I know a way out. Fortified with drink, Ham went back to his home, wrote a note in which he expressed his bitterness towards his manager, and hung himself in the garage. Evans hung himself 7 years later. What? So his bandmate did the same thing 7 years later? What the frick? Yeah, I'm gonna put the little content thing on there, yeah. Where is it? There is content classification, right? So we're in no, I don't know. It's like discussion? No. Simulation depicts sort of engine. Okay. So I'm just gonna need to put possible trigger warning for those sensitive. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm what would I even write? Like what? Trigger warning. Uh Sensitive topic discussion. Sensitive topics. There we go. Look at that. You're better at this than me. Thank you. I updated the stream title because there's probably going to be a lot more of that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you too. Let's continue with Chris Bell. All right. Let's find a better playlist. Okay. Chris Bell's career was as tragic as his demise. The talented musician left was the driving force behind power pop heroes Big Star, co-writing much of the number one records with singer Alex Chilton playing the guitar. Upon release, however, even though critics praised the music and especially Chilton, who had fronted the popular box tops as a teenager, the album flopped. In the 6 years following its release, Bell quit Big Star, slinked lower into his clinical depression and drug addiction, and later had to work at his family's restaurant after more failed attempts to relaunch his career. In December 1978, Bell crashed his Triumph TR7 sports car into a pole while he drove home from band rehearsal, killing him instantly. Much of his solo work was released posthumously, reminding many of his significance in crafting Big Star's sound. Yeah. So a lot of like the through lines are like the drug addiction thing, right? D Boone. Let's see what this one is. 4 full lengths, monumental, double nickels on the dime. Let's see. Michael Stipe, who invited them to open for okay. A few days later, they returned from the tour. Boone grew ill with a fever. Chose to visit his girlfriend's parents in Arizona to lie down in the back of the band's van so he could rest. On the way, she fell asleep at the wheel. The frontman flew out its back door, broke his neck, and died. That was the word. Oh my God. Dang. That's crazy, dude. Jacob, how's it going, man? I didn't realize this was such a big thing, right? How did NPD go, man? You're drunk? Wait, you did like a drinking episode, or you were just kind of chilling on something? It was an episode on beer. Ooh, dude, I gotta catch that VOD or the YouTube video when you get it out. Right after I watch that 5-minute gamer, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Thank you for the gifted sub, Cherry. Jacob, welcome to the chorus. You don't have access to all of the emotes. What are you crying for? No, but seriously, thank you, Cherry. One of us, one of us. I know, right? There's a lot of like really notable people in here so far. I the through line I'm seeing, man, is like a lot of them had problems with obviously one depression, but like drinking or drugs, or they mix the two of them, right? And they kind of were on a decline already is the interesting thing. I don't think there was one that was like at a peak mental wellness and then had something happen, right? Like, yeah, dude. Yeah. That's why I had to put like the trigger warning, right? Uh, I know. I know. It's a cardinal sin, Cherry. And I'm correcting it right now. We're correcting. I had no idea. I had no idea this was the thing. Literally until you said something. So Jean-Michel Bisquat, I don't know, I don't know how to pronounce that. Jean Michel, I don't flipping know. Yeah, it's a little bit coincidental, Cherry. There's a lot of conspiracies that are, yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, he had issues and it's like, exactly. And then it's, I don't think Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, I know I'm pretty sure he was older than 27 at the time, but there was also a lot of like conspiracy theories around his death as well as the guy from Soundgarden, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So but they were both involved in like exposing like some gnarly shit that I won't talk about right here. So we'll just say rings, right? So a lot of people kind of think that it was related to that, and they got to a point, you know, where like you too, Jacob. You too. He tagged Sama. Oh. After dropping out of high school, the self-taught Brooklyn-born neo-expressionist artist spent the late 70s painting graffiti around Soho, tagged Samo. In 1980, he allowed his paintings, which featured colorful, jagged renditions of people often juxtaposed with words, to be featured in a group show. In the years that followed, he collaborated with Andy Warhol, dated Madonna, appeared in Blondie's Rapture, cultivated the myth of the temperamental artist, destroying some paintings and pouring dried fruit and nuts on the head of an art dealer. So very influential in like the art space. Along the way, he developed a serious drug problem. Here we go again. In the months leading up to his death, 1980, acute mixed drug intoxication, namely opioids and cocaine, he claimed to be shooting 100 bags of heroin a day. He's since become one of the most celebrated artists of the past 3 decades, having been subject of a biopic and uncountable references in Jay-Z songs. So, watching an effed up documentary right now about Hillside Church. Oof. Yeah. This chick, Mia Zapata. As the lead singer of the Gits, Mia Zapata was a punk force and the foremost female voice in Seattle's burgeoning male-dominated grunge scene. You ever heard of a podcast called Castfile True Crime? I have not. What's that all about? Oh, probably due to this. Yeah. Yeah. As they're prepared for their sophomore release, Zapata was brutally beaten and strangled to death in July of 1993. Grunge luminaries like Nirvana, Pearl Jam helped raise thousands of dollars to hire private investigators to look for a murderer who was not found and convicted until 2003. 10 years. In the aftermath, her friends launched Home Alive, a self-defense organization, hosted a series of benefit concerts and released compilations featuring an assortment of Seattle-based bands. Friends and 7-Year Bitch Trade paid tribute to her with 1994 album Viva Zapata, while Joan Jett would go on to tour with the Gits under the name Evil Stig, which is Gits life backwards. To benefit the investigation for her murder, as well as pay tribute to their friend. That's crazy. That's sad, dude. Very much this episode that covers the story. No one was. Damn, dude. A month and year. Oof. And then we come to Kurt Cobain, right? Obviously, probably the spearhead for this 27 theory seems. Discovered by an electrician on Friday, April 8th, 1994. Who killed Kurt Cobain? Simple. Kurt Cobain comes. He died so with sudden self-inflicted violence, leaving written evidence of his state of mind. Substance abuse counselor remembered how worried the musician had been about losing his home in a lawsuit. Oh my God. 10 to 1 to make a statement. I just kind of felt himself in his house as if to say, you're not going to take my house no matter what. KK, how are you doing? In other dimensions, she shaped the modern music landscape. Absolutely, I believe that would have been the case, Jacob. Wasn't it the greenhouse, though? Yeah, dude. And I think I had to put the warning in chat because there's just too many of these things like that are on screen, right? Really? Yeah, that's so long. That's so long. That's such a long stream. Are you good? Do you need to do some TLC? Do you need like some rest? Courtney Love, his girlfriend at the time, I think there was theories floating around like that. Yeah, Shayla. There was a myriad of them, right, around Kurt Cobain. See, like, I'll look it up real quick. We'll look up some of the ones floating around him and his death, right? Cause of death conspiracies, we'll just say. Let's see. There's a whole book, right? Shove some food in my sack. Oh my gosh. Cherry. Thank you for the gifted sub to KK. You beautiful bean. Last podcast on the left did a series on you. Yeah, I love that podcast, man. It's good stuff. The book explores here. Let's pull this up together. So, who killed Kurt Cobain? So this is what you were talking about, Shayla. Explores the theory that Cobain's wife, Courtney Love, had been involved in his death and he died of a heroin overdose before being shot. Contrary to the official police report that he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, the authors present evidence from Tom Grant, who was the private detective initially hired by Love to monitor Cobain, as well as a man named El Duce, who claims he was hired to kill Cobain. The latter claimed that he was offered $50,000 to kill Cobain and allegedly passed a lie detector test in his statement that was carried out by the world's top polygraphist. The second edition of the book, released in 2000, also details how Love tried to stop the book being released, as well as trying to stop the 1998 documentary Kurt and Courtney from being released, which also explores the possibility that Cobain's death was murder, not suicide. In an interview with the New York Times, author Ian Halperin said that he had received a lot more than just letters trying to deter him from writing the book, and that I've been dogged for 2 years, and that, quote, I've had private investigators follow me. They've showed up in my backyard and broken into and ransacked my home. I couldn't be bought or shut up. The shotgun's position and blood splatter is questionable as hell. There's a lot of conspicuous things around that, right? If you really dig into it, right? Exactly. It just didn't add up, and so people are looking for obviously who killed Kurt Cobain, right? And so I do think there is some credence, or at least some second guessing as to like, well, this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. With every day should have been enough for me. Let's see. Middle name was Donald. Kurt Cobain. He might have been murdered and that Courtney Love might know who did it. So that saves you reading the thing. According to a review. First 10 chapters of the book can be informative to those interested in conspiracy theories, and that the book is the source of a lot of information used in the pro-murder anti-Courtney Love side of the issue and a review. Okay. I mean, interesting, right? Interesting. I believe Courtney did it, but I don't think personally he did it to himself, just my opinion. I think if Courtney didn't do it, right? I think if Courtney didn't do it, I don't think he did. I'm of the mind that I don't think he did. It's very convenient to paint him into the depression corner, right? Like, as with a lot of artists, and that's like a through line I'm starting to see here, right? Is that, oh, they're on the downward decline, and but like, I don't know, but then I guess the question follow up with that is, why the age of 27? Why are there so many of these, or at least not so many, but like a lot of prolific ones or important, influential people going at the age of 27, right? Crazy stuff. Kristen Pfaff, one of the mourners at Kurt's Seattle memorial, was Kristen Pfaff, a member of Courtney Love's band, Hole, and a former girlfriend of fellow member Eric Erlandson. 2 months after Kurt's death, Pfaff died of a heroin overdose in the bath at her Seattle apartment. Just like Jim Morrison, she was also 27, the third member of the Seattle music community to die at that age within a year. Jesus. Maybe 28, 30. Stop, Shayla. Stop. I do believe he had depression, but I think it was an overwhelming amount of things he couldn't handle, like many people in the music industry over time. Yeah, I think there was, like, if it was the case, there was a lot of upheaval going on at that time in the music industry. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of bad stuff. Randy Stretch Walker. At the height of his popularity, Tupac Shakur's power was such that a person could become famous simply by existing in his direct vicinity. That may be how Randy Stretch Walker, I think I've heard of this person, rose to prominence, but he possessed far too much raw talent to be written off as another hanger-on. And Brian shot to fame very effing quick. Exactly right. I mean, but they were a breakthrough in that space, right? And they were doing things that nobody else was doing at the time. Skilled producer and song rapper in his own right, Stretch was a regular guest on Pac's studio records after a run with his own group, Live Squad. Whether behind the boards or on the mic, Stretch exuded the original gangsta intensity that sold records during the 90s. That same realness eventually made him the target of November 1995 assassination in Queens, less than a year before Tupac himself would be fatally shot. Now they're both clinking glasses of OE in the kingdom. Interesting style of writing there for that. Nirvana's rise to fame may have been too overwhelming for current anime and personal point. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's that whole maybe you heard about the Dave Chappelle thing where he just like, the amount of success he had drove him to near insanity, right? Like he couldn't take the amount of rapid success that he got, right? And so like he just disappeared for a while. He disappeared. Nobody, I mean, somebody probably knew, but like he out of the public eye for a long time before coming back. And he didn't come back the same. Ulta, oh shit, was set to be released. Despite deloused at the Comatorium, being the band's first LP, it was one of the most hotly anticipated records of the year at the drive-in. Founding members Omar and Cedric Bixler had disbanded the El Paso post-hardcore outfit in 2001 as they were cresting into mainstream fame, abandoning their place as the next Rage Against the Machine in favor of Weirder Pastures. They teamed up with a childhood friend and longtime collaborator Ward, who has been sound manipulator, was able to realize their left field ideas. Next. So, despite Ward's rambunctious demeanor and avant-garde talent when performing with the band, he sat off stage, manipulating the music with an elaborate pedal setup and a Korg Chaos pad after his death. So where was he? says, tell the story of their friend who leapt to his death off a Texas freeway overpass in 1996. Gotcha. Yeah, I would encourage you to look into this because it's really crazy, Shayla. That whole like story, there's some crazy stuff in there. It's the point of feeling like everything you do can be ripped apart. Yeah. No, you don't have to like him or his skits, but the he's very deep in some interviews. I watched. Exactly. Absolutely. Every one of you is worth more than I can say. It's it's a good read up, right? All right, Jukebox Hero. I'm not really feeling it right now. Sure, we'll do Kansas. Jonathan Brandis, 2003 Suicide is a dark reflection of the too frequent downfall of former child stars. Brandis began acting at age 6, holding down bit parts in soap operas and sitcoms before graduating to films like Stephen King's It. But it wasn't until 1993 at the age of 17 when he got his big break in the popular series Sequest DSV. I know. Yeah. Instant receiving thousands of fan letters and causing levels of public pandemonium that neared Beatlemania, but the show was canceled and Brandis struggled to maintain his fame and career. In 2002, he was set to appear in Heart's War, starring Bruce Willis and Colin Farrell, a film he saw as his opportunity for a comeback, but all of his scenes were cut. A year later, oh my God. I don't. I. Well, yeah, I'll get to that in a second, Jacob. I have something to say about like. Damn, that sucks. All the scenes were cut. A year later, he hung himself in Los Angeles apartment and later died at Cedars-Sinai Hospital. Fuck. No, yeah, and like you said, I think it's kind of more of a sign of the times more than I think that he's actually anti anything really. I think he just I don't know. Well, that's what I'm saying. I support anyone LGBTQ, straight or NN, unless they're a bad person. I think is better than a lot of people. Like Cherry said, it's there's a level of introspection that you don't see for people who typically ridicule, right? Those communities. So I can definitely see both sides in that regard. And obviously doesn't excuse some of the stuff, I suppose, but like it's a very gray line, gray area, right? Because I don't know if his heart's in being against that. I think it's just upbringing doesn't help. Right, the older generation just set in their ways. Exactly right. It's not an excuse, but it could be a benefit or contributing factor, right? See people thrive, but not at the cost of someone else. Yeah, I mean, but there's always going to be a cost. There's always going to be a cost, and I mean, really, when you think about it, there was a lot of jokes against. There's a lot of jokes against. Obviously, a lot of different demographics. So I think you walk a tightrope with comedy, especially nowadays. I think you risk you're taking a big risk when you make jokes like that. At all, I suppose. Especially, yeah, if you actually do believe that kind of stuff. No, yeah. Agreed in both regards. And exactly, you're trying to make serious subjects funny so they're easy to accept. So they're it's their defense mechanism. It's how they process the world through that lens, right? And how they're trying to feed it back to someone else to get maybe some validation, right? I wouldn't say validation, but like maybe an understanding through performance, if that makes sense. A sense of community belonging, right? Um a connection with people. So if someone laughs at it because they think it's a hard to deal with concept in his brain, and they're laughing because it is hard to deal with an awkward. I don't know. Maybe trying to find some connection that way, right? We're not disappointed in how he's addressed things. That's what I mean, right? It's like he said some shit for sure. He said some crazy shit for sure, but like, um, I do think I don't know. I do think people do have room to grow and to um move past a lot of those things. Hopefully, hopefully that is the case there, or if he does actually believe some of those things that he was saying, right? There are people who connect to it and can cope through it with less because they don't know how to deal with it in other ways, right? You've heard of people you've heard of people busting out at funerals because they don't know how to deal with it, right? That's their coping mechanism, is the awkward laugh, the um it's from God, who is it this thing? Those Bare Naked Ladies? I'm the kind of guy that laughs at a funeral, right? Is that who that sings that? Can't understand what I mean, well you soon will, right? It's a dark lyric, but like yeah, okay, so burning, yeah. So like you said, we all process things differently. And I do feel like a lot of comedians lean on humor as a personal way to get through it. And so they try to share it with other people. At least good comedians do. Um, as their way of processing. And they want to belong, right? So Secrets of Hillsong, though, sidebar, we're watching this in the background and it's nuts. All right, I'll check it out. Amy Winehouse is tragic for sure. And we might look a little more into this one in particular because I'm not 100% versed in this one. What Amy's state of mind was when she took her last gulps of vodka at home in London in July 2011 is impossible to know. She said there were things she still wanted to do with her life, but she seemed unable to take action. Despite being a remarkably honest and open person in many respects, she had always been cagey about her inner life. Observing Amy as we have, there's a strong sense that she was sick of her career. Like Jimi Hendrix and Kurt Cobain, she had become a prisoner of her image. And as with Janis Joplin, her man was glaringly absent at the end. So were other people Amy had depended on, and in many cases, exhausted. Don't do it, Joe. Don't do it. Don't do it. What are these hyperlinks here? Last year's in shows, friends knew. Endless appetite for self-distraction. Unexplained while they wait. Yeah. Family believes that her death was caused by withdrawal brought on by an attempt to quit alcohol cold turkey. Following a disastrous attempt to comeback tour in June. 3 years ago, Amy conquered her drug dependency, which was attended by friends including Kelly Osbourne and Mark Ronson. Said it was impossible, but she really did it, trying hard to deal with her drinking, and had just completed 3 weeks of abstinence. Had not been depressed and had been happily playing drums and singing in her apartment the night before. Oh, the rabbit hole goes deeper. The rabbit hole goes deeper. So by all means, at least her parents thought that she was in a great place. And so the untimely death here kind of came. I know we've all heard of relapses, right? We've all heard of those things after a time of abstinence and things like that. But I don't know. And they apparently tried to get her to go to rehab, but she said, "Hmm, yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna finish that one." That's what I mean, right? Is that though while her parents at the time thought her to be in a good place, it is also likely that she fell back off, right? So, um, who's this guy? 2011 to 2015 alone, he appeared in 18 films, not including various voiceover gigs, and yet not nearly enough. His best years had barely begun when he died in a freak accident pinned against a brick pillar by his own car. Ah, Chekhov in Star Trek? That's why I recognize him. He was the spine of 2011's Fright Night remake. So Small Scale Romance, Felicity Jones. Grateful for what we've got. Crazy. Yeah. Met more people and substances going through rehab. Well, I mean, you're in network with these people who have networks of getting those things, right? I feel like that's arguably both a dangerous and a good place for you, right? All right, so let's see who's in the 27 Club. So far, this chronological look at 54 members of the 27 Club spans a century of music making, reminding us of the much loved artists we've lost and the sheer talent it takes to create lasting, world changing music. So, also, I've had enough of this. Thank you. And nope. 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 Sure, we're going to listen to Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks. I will be right back. I have to get some water. Thanks for the ream. I didn't think about it. Be cool, chat. Be cool. I'll be right back. Thanks for the hydrate. All right. Enjoy your documentary, Jacob. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my God. Oh yeah, my mouth has definitely gotten dry. But stretch. Okay. Cool. Alexandre Levy. Look, I had water up there. There's water in it. There's water in it. Louis Siobhan. I know you did. And you're about to see me drink it again? You're about to see me drink it again. All right, so we're going to turn on the music for this one. We're going to go through it and we're going to play some of these artists, because ones I do not know. This one. Classic artist. So, yeah, I had Demons earlier. You remember. See, Cherry gets it. Louis Siobhan. Let's okay. I don't know if I recognize that. Huh. Okay. Not familiar. Robert Johnson. All blues myths lead back to Robert Johnson, the man who allegedly sold his soul to the devil at a crossroads in return for the ability to play guitar like no other musician before him, pioneering the Delta blues. Barry Chaplin. The piano, yeah. 41 recordings that went on to influence every generation of blues musicians since, from Eric Clapton to Jimi Hendrix and Jack White. The Devil called in the debt in 1938, but no one knows quite how. Theories ranging from the onset of Marfan syndrome to contracting syphilis. Excuse me. Or murder by poison fuel the All right, can we not sneeze right now when I'm trying to talk? Really, allergies? One of the earliest entrants to the 27th Club. Cause of death unknown. Crossroad Blues is the must-hear. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yep. I instantly know that tune. Makes sense. Video not available. Wow. Nat Jeff. Classically trained pianist Nat Jeff began playing swing jazz after returning to New York City from Berlin, and he quickly became an in-demand sideman playing with Billie Holiday and Louis Armstrong, and recording some of his final sessions with Sarah Vaughan Though many jazz artists have died tragically young from issues related to drug abuse, Jeff became one of the scene's 27 club members after dying due to complications stemming from issues with high blood pressure. Meh. And well, let me play that. Jesse Belvin. Let's see. Marvin Phillips, Dream Girl, Good Night, My Love. Though his best known work is Earth Angel, right? Which is also not available. And I kind of wonder, okay, it's just those ones. After sharing the bill with Cook and Jackie Wilson before the first ever integrated audience for a concert gathered in Little Rock, Belvin and his wife died in a car crash while en route to Belvin's next performance, though racist audience members were suspected of tampering with the car. Little Rock's authorities never came to an official conclusion on the matter. What? Well, that's upsetting. Rudy Lewis, gospel trained Rudy. Okay, let's see. The Drifters, okay. Probable drug overdose, though an autopsy was never performed. Okay. On Broadway. Huh. Okay. I don't know if I know that. I don't know if I'm familiar. Joe Henderson, 1937. Died age 64. Happily missing. Oh, okay. So a different Joe Henderson they're talking about there. Snap Your Fingers. Okay. Malcolm Hale. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Never heard what song? Never heard what song? This song? Yeah, I know. I've never heard that song. Why would I have heard that song? I know that song. Brian Jones. Cause of death, drowning. Ah, I see. Not that much older, though. Blues acolyte, multi-instrumentalist Brian Jones worshipped at the feet of the original bluesmen like Robert Johnson. After forming the Rolling Stones, he added an array of instrumentation to their patented blues style, and the group covered Johnson's Love in Vain on Let It Bleed, Jones' final album with the band. In an eerie symmetry with his blues idol, Jones' death is also shrouded in mystery, drowning by misadventure in his own swimming pool. Rumors of more sinister foul play have since left a question mark over the official verdict. Yeah. Everyone know this song. Good song. Good song. Alan Wilson. Yep. Accidental overdose. I don't know if I've ever heard that one either. Jimi Hendrix, of course. Voodoo Child. Lunar. How the heck are you, Lunar? How you been? Welcome in. We're talking about the 27 Club. Some crazy stuff. Thank you for the biddies. 666 biddies. I don't know what's up with my alerts. But I think this does it. I think that does it. If that does it, it doesn't do it. Great. Fantastic.
Thank you for the bits. That doesn't mean I'll show me. What?
Okay, so I don't know what the deal is. I'm gonna have to fix that one. There you go. Hopefully you at least heard the alert. You just played Boomin'? Super spooky. Really? Okay, so you heard it. I don't know what the deal is with Mix It Up. And it might be that that it's like under some stuff. Might be that it's just under some stuff, and then because now it's bugging me, and now I want to see it. All right. We're gonna do it.
Hello and thank you for the bits.
Why?
Doesn't mean I'll show me. What?
Why is this happening? Okay, how about this?
What the hell?
Okay, so it's somewhat working. That's fun. Oh my gosh. And Cherry with the gift of subby. Another one. Why? Pause due to scrolling. Oh my god. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the biddies. Shall we get back into it? Cat bug levels alone. Give us the heebie-jeebies. The heebie-jeebies. We're just going through the 27 Club right now, Lunar. Which I guess is a bunch of musical artists and not like just influential people who died at the age of 27. Kurt Cobain, Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but I didn't either until literally today. I knew of those deaths, right? I didn't know that this was like a through line. And a lot of the through line too is that there's, they had drug problems, they were dealing with depression, that kind of stuff. But it's been lots of fun. Now we're going through, so we were learning about the through line from Rolling Stone. Now we're in who was in there, and we're checking out must hear from these artists who were in the 27 Club. But yes, I have a message that says the hype train is close on my chat, and I'm trying to look past it a little bit. Just bear with me a second. Okay, here we go. Janis Joplin, 1943 to 1970. Experimentation with mind-expanding substances was actively encouraged in the 60s, but not for so many 27 members. Synonymous with the decade, those same narcotics also led to their downfall, particularly when it came to those hard-living adherents of the blues, where the voice could destroy anything in its path. Janis Joplin was one of the hardest living, pouring her pain into every emotion-drenched performance. On record and on stage, the outlet wasn't enough to stop her from seeking further release in psychedelics, alcohol, and heroin, of which the latter two contributed to a death in a hotel room. Drug overdose, ball, and chain is the one we need to... Oh my god. I don't understand. It should be working. 245 pages. I'm trying. Thank you for the biddies. I have to fix that. I have to fix it. Not you wishing I can contribute. You contribute by just being here, Shayla. And I appreciate that very, very much. That's look, Cherry's got you. Cherry. Thank you so much. Thank you for the videos. All right. So we're gonna listen to this song, and also I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that fixed. TBD on that though. Because it should work. It should work. Yeah, but you didn't have to. You didn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I think it has to be linked in this event here. So we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, it should be. It should be just there. That's fine. Why? This one's just not coming through, right? Like,
Hello and thank you for the bits. That doesn't mean I'll show me. What?
okay. So the actual alert's working and you see it. However, when somebody donates it, it won't. I might have to link it to an event. There's some weirdness going on there, but it's not the alert itself. Cool. Janet Joplin song, Ball and Chain. Thank you again for the support, Lunar and Cherry and Shayla, for being here. Anyone who's in chat chilling. Also, no, Shayla. No. No. Ay. That doesn't even really make sense. That doesn't even really make sense, Shayla. Alistair Christian, frontman of the Protofunk outfit, Deck and the Blazers. Let's see. James Brown's attention with the heavy strut of his funky Broadway. Let's see. Murdered. Christian is often said to have been murdered as part of a drug dealing operation. He is not the only 27 Club member to die at the hands of criminals. I laughed at the ridiculousness. That's what I laughed at. The Doors. Yep. Heart failure. Jim Morrison pushed the envelope for rock frontman of his era. Overtook the life in Paris, where it burned out. Morrison, seeking solitude and recuperation away from Los Angeles, was found dead in a bathtub. Is this really the must hear from the Doors? I feel like it isn't. Linda Jones was 6 when she began her singing career as part of a family gospel group. Oh yeah, this one. Complications from diabetes. Okay. Yeah. If so, Cherry, that's kind of Yeah, not great. I know that song. I know it. Ron McKernan. Yep. You know what? Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. You know, yeah, I know what you're saying. The Doors song. Yeah, that's what I was alluding to as well. Horse riding accident. Wow. Founding drummer Roger Lee Durham lived long enough to share in the group's early success, though he died in 1973 after being thrown off a horse. His entry into the 27 Club, casting a tragic shadow over Bloodstone's breakthrough year. Okay. Okay. I know of that song. Huh. What is with all the slow song? That's the type of music though, Shayla. That's the type of music. They didn't have crazy fast-paced songs from that's that's what I'm saying, right? Like it was a different time. A much different time. Um and to have fast music like that was revolutionary. Like have faster music was definitely not in vogue for some people, like for a lot of people. So for a long time actually. But you're gonna see a lot of these be slower. Uh, I don't even know that one, but um most of the time we were on high on downwards and needed things to slow the yeah. Yeah. Not one I remember. I feel like they're picking these songs to I feel like they're picking these songs to purposely drive home some sort of like sense of loss. So feels a bit weird. Feels a bit weird so far. Respiratory failure, magician's birthday, Gary Tane. Let's see if we rank. Nope, don't recognize that song, but I'm sure they were influential to people who are not me who would know it. Yeah, that's what I mean, Cherry. I'm not super sure about this. Which I mean, coincidental, maybe, in most of these parts, but at least with the Doors, I know there were better songs, personally. Definitely out of my wheelhouse. Carbon monoxide poisoning video unavailable. Helmet Quillen, Prog Rockers, Triumvirate. Yeah. Let's see. Over the next 12 months, released their high watermark albums, Illusions on a Double Dimple and Spartacus, and scored profile raising US support slots with Fleetwood Mac. Okay. Chris Bell. Big Star, yeah. Yeah. Xenon de Fleur, part of London's pub rock circuit. The Count Bishops ultimately transcended that short-lived scene to find kindred spirits in the punk movement and score support slots with heavy metal pioneers Motorhead and art rock dissident John Cale. Heart attack following a car accident. Huh. D Boone. I'm looking for ones that I may know, right? I may know. And then we'll get out of here. And we'll get out of here. Yeah, let's see. Nope. Obviously there's this one. Different time. That was a different time. Oof. Kristen Pfaff. Yeah. Janitor Joe. Don't recognize it. No, 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 I'm not gonna keep the bot. Well, I'm not gonna be uploading this part, right? At any point. I might come back and clip out some of the stuff, but all of this music will be will be on a different track, Cherry. So that's why I'm not worried about playing. Like it's not going to be saved to the VOD, so we're not going to run into any muting. So it'll just be quiet in those parts, right? Let's see. Trying to think. 2 murders right here. So we didn't necessarily have. I wonder. Shot to death in a case of mistaken identity. Wow. Mr. Cheeks, huh? Bandmate Mr. Cheeks. Wow. Nope. Don't know that one. Kami? I think I don't know that now. Rodrigo Bueno. No. You know, there's a lot of them, but like I would argue that I have never heard of a lot of these artists so far. My counter argument would be other than Amy Winehouse and Kurt Cobain and a few others, it's like, you know, you know what? That's fair. The world is a big place. And maybe these folk were popular in their own rights in different parts of the world. Who am I to say? Oh, yeah, there's this one. It's a good song. Very good song. Let's see. Cardiac arrest, Richard Turner. Why do I know him? Ongoing illness. Ruptured aortic aneurysm while swimming. Dang. Sarcoma. Retire after recording group's third album, Thousand Palms. Hmm. Interesting. 54 musicians. Nope, not quite the mood I'm going for right now. Nope. I yeah, so coming to a verdict on this, right, is my take. I think yes, I think it is coincidence. I do, however, feel that the origins of some of these are highly suspect to some weirdness at the very least, right? Buried in crazy coincidence and unlikely evidence, right? E.g., who killed Kurt Cobain, right? You know what added to be rise of fame, substance, money, and jealousy, etc. Yeah, a lot of that like swirled up in this whole make a gnarly cocktail, right? You know, when you deal with fame, when you deal with popularity, we deal with like heavy things like always on tour, being around people with money who bring in drugs, who bring in alcohol, who give such easy access to all these things, and then does not do well at the very least for psyche, right? And 27 is an age people feel like they should have shit figured out by. Yeah, yeah, I can definitely see that too, right? So while I do think a lot of the 27 Club is coincidental as far as like who's in, I feel like it bears scrutiny. It bears scrutinizing. It's worth scrutinizing some of the artists and influential people's passings because some of them do seem a little bit questionable. So, yeah, societal pressures definitely hit the closer to 30. Right, like you should be at a certain place in life. You should have this, or you should have found someone, or whatever it is, right? You should be at this point in your career, or oh, it's all downhill from 30 or whatever, you know, like so there's that. But to anyone watching later on, just remember you are special, you matter, and we all want to keep you around. Every one of you. Yeah, that is our Wisdom Wednesday where we dove into the 27 Club. What was the F27 Club? There are many more numbers I would like to dive into. We just do not have the time tonight. Alas, let me find someone to raid and we'll go from there. Hydrate. How about I bank that? How about I bank that? Although if this counts, I'm gonna do it. Loving and all the forms of human, everyone has value. Treat yourself with kindness and compassion you would give a dear friend. Absolutely. Do not forget to think about yourself. No. Okay. Let me find someone to raid real quick. Who is live? Tommy is live doing Layers of Fear, which I do want to watch. Yeah. I think we. I think I'm gonna do Tommy this time. Yeah, because I really want to see. You know what I mean? We're gonna start that raid up. Let me find a good song. A classic. Oh, he's playing with Tommy. Fuck yeah, let's go. I cannot take this anymore. Saying everything I said before. You'll find that out anyway. Everything you say to me. I should probably set that up. Wait, I just don't want to. I don't know. It'll be a discussion. Let's put a rain check on this one. Let's put a pin on this one. All right. We're about to raid Tommy Dime. Make sure to send some love. I'm going to put the raid command in chat. And if you would like to copy the raid message there and pasta it, we're going to go over to Tommy. It looks like he's about to maybe do some singing or he's talking to chat. So remember when you're in the car next, sing one for both of us, please. And I'll sing one for you. And we'll see you on Friday at 9:30. Same time, same place. Love you all very much. Thank you so much for all the support. Cherry, Lunar, everyone who's been here just hanging out and listening to me rant about 27 Club and singing. Love you. Bye-bye.